The park is beautiful on this section anyway. Can't close.
That's cool looking.
Yeah, it's a neat stump. That's how they fall over, is because their root balls are so shallow. They don't go very deep. Yeah, thankfully it's not very hot today.
All this world are picking the beans. Yeah, things off the tree. Look. They're on the ground. See?
What? Oh, yeah. Yeah, they'll come back and pick those up and bury them. Just like with the pine cones, they'll knock them down, and then once they got hundreds of them on the ground, they'll run back and pick them all up and stash them in places. I swear they forget where they put half of them.
On our way to see salmon.
We were just by Scotch Creek, and there was hundreds of them, so we're hoping the run over here, which is only 20 minutes away, will be just as good. This is Adams River, which is letting into Big Shuswap Lake.
I'm gonna go look over there real quick.
Yeah, sure. Now I'll come behind you.
Woo!
Oh, there's a heron.
Look at that.
He's big, big boy.
Right there.
Probably eating a little nose. There you go. That's a blue herring. Wonder how many bear we're gonna see.
But her nest must be right there.
Yeah. Or she was standing there flicking the minnows out.
Cool.
No salmons.
No, they're not called blueberries, they're just blueberries.
I think they're soap berries. So in Robert Haig Brown Provincial Park, it's a really nice walking path, as hopefully you guys are enjoying. We're going to walk to the mouth of the river. If we can get that far anyway, a lot of the pathways are blocked off because of the spawning salmon. Although we haven't seen any yet, which is quite odd because there was gobs of them at the other creek.
Nothing.
Nothing. Huh. They do return to the creek and rivers that they originated from, so this might be a different run. We'll be going over the next couple weeks, so if we don't get any luck here, we'll have to come back in a week or two. But the other creek was chock full of them, so there should be some here. We should get some king and coho up here too. Mostly sockeye right now and some pink.
Looks pretty stickery.
Yeah, we'll stay out of that one. There's going to be lots coming up here. when we get to the sandbars and we can walk out. There's probably going to be a lineup of fishermen by the mouth of the river where you can fish down there. Can't fish in this section of the spawning beds. The great little nature trail, it's basically a big oval shaped circle, goes along the river and back up through the spawning beds. Maybe about an hour all told. We're about halfway in, give or take. Here's a sign for the parking. We're on the Cottonwood Trail. Main parking's back where we were. Going this way is where the spawning beds are, but we'll hit that up on the way back because it's just a big loop.
Good boy, Joggle.
He's a good boy. He's a good boy. So far. Yeah, if we don't get anything here, which I'll be really surprised if we don't, because there was gobs of them the other way. And we'll do another stream over at Scotch Creek, which is only about 10 minutes from here. The only other reason I could think of is if they had a fish weir up that they were counting the fish, and that's stopping them all from coming up into the smaller spawning beds right now, but seems like a little early in the year for them to be doing that. Could be wrong. We'll find out when we get down there. But it's a beautiful cedar rainforest in interior BC. Lots of salmon berries and devil's club and birch and alder and all sorts here. Cottonwoods. These are two big cottonwoods on either side. We decided to come this weekend, so we beat all the hundreds and hundreds of kids that come with the school tours, and this place fills up with gobs and gobs of people from all around the world. I get tour buses from Japan and Germany and Austria and all sorts. There we go. So here's the main river. See if we get lucky with any.
Nothing down there.
No.
Huh.
There's the main river channel. That'll be heading towards the lake, which we're coming up on. We should be seeing some coming up. The runs aren't as good as they used to be. Everywhere around the world that's kind of the case, but when I was a kid this was literally solid full of red fish, almost like you could walk across them right to the other side. They're just packed in there. But unfortunately we don't get runs like that anymore. But all these salmon came about 4,000 kilometers to get up here. And they're all going to spawn, and every one of them, unfortunately, is going to pass away, and the whole cycle continues again. So in 2 or 3 weeks from now, this place will smell like dead fish worse than anywhere else, because it will have gobs of dead fish everywhere. I don't see a single one. That's so weird. Beautiful clear water though. You guys can see that okay? I can't see chat, so if I'm ignoring you in the chat, I apologize. But I got it on my chest mount for now. There's a loon over there looking for fish. See him? Little baby one.
I'm right here. I'm right here.
Alright, we'll keep going until we get to the sandbars. That's so odd.
Maybe we should give him some more.
Oh, you're just whining because you went ahead of me. He doesn't like that. Might get lucky and see some in the spawning beds, which are on our left. We'll be doing the, I guess we're going to have to, if we don't see any, we'll have to do Scotch Creek after. You guys will be able to see the difference. But normally this is,
There was lots of them over there.
yeah, normally this is the world attraction where it's one of the largest salmon runs. But I don't see a single one, which is kind of concerning. Like, not a one. Hold on, dog, I don't get too close now. Not even dead ones, which is weird. Nothing. Well, hopefully that's not, I mean, I've seen people fishing for them, you know, several hours down the river and catching them, so they're there, and we just saw hundreds of them in the creek next to this one. But each run is its own run, and they always return to the same creek they were born in, so maybe this main run didn't fare well. I'm not really sure. Or we're just too early. It's not uncommon for this run to have 40 or 80,000 fish come through, or more.
Ooh, let's look down here. Yep. Hey, buddy.
Beautiful creek though. We've seen some trout and some little guys, but they're bright red. You can't miss them when you see them. They look like a Christmas ornament. Bright red and green. Wow, that's weird. This isn't too far along from our home. What do you say, Pete? Maybe an hour drive or so?
Yeah.
Kind of southeast.
It's a nice drive.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a bridge.
Yeah, there should be two bridges. If my memory serves correct.
Water.
A little rotty.
Oh.
Careful, watch all. But in the middle of summer, hiking around this area is awesome because it's not nearly as hot as everywhere
Ooh,
else.
look at that.
Hmm?
The tree.
Oh, yeah, it broke off. I don't know if you guys see that. Big old cedar. Thankfully, this area was saved from a forest fire that came through just on the other side of us to our left. Pretty much took everything else out, but left this little area alone, which is wonderful because it's a provincial park and we want to, not that it's good that any area burns down, but these are the cottonwoods we walked by earlier. There's a little sign for it. They kind of get a bad rap because they cause everyone distress with the allergies, but there's a cottonwood right here. Big old cottonwood. That one's dead. I found they make great firewood for the mornings because they burn really clean, very little ash. They dry good, and they burn fairly quick. So they're great for that first fire in the morning to kind of get the cold off the house. This looks like a nice deep pool. We'll get some luck here. Oh, okay, here's the spawning beds. The water's quite a bit higher than we were here last year because this was all sand. We were able to walk out there by that main stream. Anything? I was hoping to just set the camera up for you guys so you could watch the salmon run for a while, but I got him. Look at that stick out in the creek there bouncing around. Okay, well, this is the main river here. The lake is just past those bushes that way. It's kind of hard to get down to because it kind of turns into a delta and it gets very swampy. They probably have the paths going to the lake blocked off, but we'll have a look and see what's open. If it affects the spawning grounds, then we'll have it blocked off. The water is clear though. Oh, now we're back. What do we got in here? That's what it should look like. Like you just see solid fish like this. But like when I was a kid, it was solid fish that like clean across the whole river.
The day's young, we'll find them.
Yeah. Should we keep streaming then?
Let's go back to the car and then we'll start.
Okay. Alright guys, we're going to cut off for a bit here. Looks like I lost signal. Yeah, that's what the fish should be looking like. But we'll, when we find some salmon, we'll continue the stream. Thanks everyone. See you in a bit.